How the Immunization Tracker template can support immunization efforts. The Immunization Tracker template is an Excel file you can use to track immunization status for residents and staff, automatically calculate immunization rates, and monitor your progress over time as you work to protect more residents and staff. Open the template in Excel. You will see 4 tabs. The Instructions tab gives step-by-step guidance for using the template. The Resident Example tab shows what the template looks like in action and provides tips for how to use it. The Resident Tracker is where you enter and update information on residents' immunization status. The Staff Tracker tab is where you enter and update information on employees' immunization status. Step 1. Input immunization history. Let's walk through an example of entering immunization history for current residents. To start, we'll enter information for a fictional resident named John Smith, beginning with his name. From our records, we know that he received the most recent influenza vaccine on September 30, 2024. So for the influenza up-to-date column, we choose yes, then enter that date in the date received column. He received the Fluarix 2024 vaccine, so we enter that info. Tip: be sure to use the drop-down menu when entering info in the up-to-date column. This will ensure that the automated immunization rate calculation works properly. Moving on to COVID-19, we see a note in Mr. Smith's record that he refused the COVID-19 vaccine at this year's vaccine clinic. So in the up-to-date column, we choose refused. Because he did not receive this vaccine, there is nothing to enter for the date received or vaccine type columns. The template contains space for each immunization that the CDC recommends for long-term care residents, including pneumococcal, shingles, and RSV vaccines, and a booster dose of Tdap every 10 years. We enter information about each of these immunizations for Mr. Smith. Finally, in the Date Record Updated column, we enter today's date. Step 2. Review immunization rates. Now we've entered information for all 20 residents at this facility. Moving on to Step 2, you'll see the template automatically calculates the immunization rate for each recommended vaccine based on the information we just added in Step 1. The numerator, or top number of the rate, is the number of residents who are up to date on a particular immunization. The template automatically calculates this by totaling the number of yes entries for each vaccine. The denominator, or bottom number of the rate, is the total number of current residents who are eligible for that immunization. The template automatically calculates this by totaling the number of residents with any data entered. It does not include those who are contraindicated because they would not be eligible for that particular vaccine. In this example, we can see that 11 residents are up to date on their flu immunization out of the 18 current residents who are eligible for that immunization. This gives an immunization rate of 61%. As you enter new information or update residents' records, the immunization rate automatically recalculates. For example, after resident Mary Johnson receives her influenza vaccine and the spreadsheet is updated, the numerator and immunization rate update automatically. Step 3. Record immunization rates to track them over time. Now we'll move on to Step 3, tracking your monthly rates. As we just noted, the numbers in Step 2 change anytime you add or update residents' information. To track how your rates change over the year, manually enter in the numerator, denominator, and rate for each vaccine into the corresponding month in Step 3. We recommend doing this at the end of every month. Here's what this looks like for January. At the end of February, we'll do the same. Tip: be sure to enter this information manually. Cutting and pasting from the cells in Step 2 will give you incorrect numbers. After several months, you can see how immunization rates shift over time. Another part of Step 3 is setting both a realistic and ambitious goal for immunization rates to help you gauge your progress. Enter your goals here. This only needs to be done once a year or however often you want to revisit and reset your goals. The staff tracker works just like the resident tracker. A few final tips to help you use the immunization tracker template. Set a regular time each month to update the template, such as the last day of every month. When you do this, remove residents who have been discharged and staff no longer working at your facility. Add any new residents or staff not yet listed. To add new rows to accommodate additional residents or staff, click on a row already in the sheet. From the Home menu, choose Insert, then Insert Rows. A new row will appear above the one you selected. It should already include the same drop-down menu and be included in the immunization rate calculation. Using this template will help you track immunization status for residents and staff and monitor your immunization efforts over time. See the immunization rate calculation video in the implementation guide.